Hello everybody and welcome to my first NFT flipping tutorial. So I just want to make sure before we really get started into this video that you guys understand that this is not financial advice. You should always do your own research, and if you follow someone's strategy blindly, you will get burned. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's start to talk about my strategy behind flipping NFTs. So in general, your first step is to identify popular NFT sets that will be dropping soon. So a couple days out, maybe a week out, so you can prepare, get some ETH ready. But you want to make sure you do a couple things. You want to check the Twitter, make sure it has enough hype, make sure it has enough followers, make sure it has enough engagement. A lot of NFT projects nowadays are buying followers, and so you can't trust that anymore. You can't just go onto the Twitter. Okay, they have 20,000 followers. All right, I'm going to move on. Great. It's set. I'm going to try to flip this. What you want to do is go into each post, scroll down past that pinned tweet that's going to have a lot of likes, and just check out what's going on. How many likes does it have? How many comments does it have? Do the comments look botted? Do the likes look a little sus in comparison to the amount of followers that they have? Once you've vetted the Twitter, move on to the Discord. Once again, same thing. A lot of NFT projects are doing that, like invite X amount of people and we'll give you pre-sale access. This is cool. This works. But a lot of people just create a bunch of Discord accounts. Me and my buddy have done the same thing to get into these pre-sale things. The Discord stats are inflated. They're not real. So go into the general chat, see what's up, see how many people are chatting. Go into the Discord an hour or two before that the pre-sale drop or the public drop is announced and just see how the engagement is. Is the chat flying? Is there a 5-minute slow mode on? These are all things that matter, because if the project does not sell out, that ruins this entire strategy. The strategy that this is based around is FOMO and OpenSea secondary sales. So this does not require any minting, but you will need an OpenSea account connected to a MetaMask wallet with ETH already loaded in. If you're not prepared or you need those tutorials, you need to look elsewhere. This is a bit more of an advanced NFT flipping tutorial. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this NFT flipping strategy. So the first time I really employed this strategy to great effect was with the Killas NFT drop that happened late August. So what ends up happening is there is a huge surge of demand when it comes to these very hyped up NFT projects. So 10,000 or whatever the supply cap for this Killas is, with 20, 30,000 people looking to mint, most people are going to get burned. Most people are going to lose their gas fees. Most people, especially in this wild, wild west of the NFT space, don't know that you have to cancel your transaction before it sells out and the block finishes, or you're going to lose your money. So this is where you take advantage. After people mint and it sells out, the floor price will continue to decrease as minters try to dump their bags for a quick flip. This is where your opportunity lies. So public sale happened. They sold out in minutes, which is a great sign. This is what you want to look for, because you're trying to ride the pump and dump FOMO wave. The floor price went from anywhere from like half an ETH to down to 0.1 to 0.12 ETH. And so that's where I started buying. So I refreshed OpenSea from half an ETH all the way down to about 1/5 of that, and I bought 5 Killas. I wasn't trying to time the bottom. I just knew that once the minters are done dumping, the people who missed out on the mint, which was the vast majority of people, will start buying. So as everyone's kind of scared and trying to wait to see what happens, or they're trying to cancel their transaction or whatever, that's when you take advantage. So I bought 5 Killas at 0.1 ETH to 0.14 ETH. And I sold them all around 0.4 ETH. So that's the NFT strategy. You ride the FOMO pump and dump. Once minters make their money and they get their flip in, that's when the FOMO kicks in. And you'll watch. You can watch it live. Watch these NFT hyped drops. Watch how the floor just becomes insanely, insanely hard to pick up. As it's dropping, when it starts to kind of even out, you start to see, oh, the price isn't decreasing that much. That's when people are going to start buying. So scoop up a few, keep refreshing OpenSea, and you'll start to see the listings just start to disappear and disappear and disappear. And this is exactly what happened. Killas went from half an ETH to 0.1 ETH back to almost half an ETH. If you understand this trend. This is where the opportunity lies. And this is a very common thing in these hyped NFT drops. The vast majority of the people miss out on the mint, are not sure what to do. It's sold out. Oh God, oh God. Okay, minters are dumping on OpenSea. Price decreases. It levels out to a certain degree, usually 20, 30, 40, 50% what the floor price was previously. You buy up. Everybody FOMOs back in because the vast majority of people missed out on the mint. Floor increases, increases, increases. You take your profits. Don't get greedy. Get in, get out. And then what happened? I sold 0.4 for all 4 or 5 of them, and the hype dies. And the hype dies. And that's just how this goes. People like to chase the hype. They like to chase the next project. And frankly, a lot of the flippers who've kind of figured out this strategy are all helping each other. So to break it down, super simple. Identify a hyped NFT project that has yet to release. Figure out if the engagement they have on their Twitter and Discord is organic. Make sure you carve out at least 2 to 5 hours of time at the start of the public release until you're ready to take profits. Wait for the minters to dump their bags, load up when the FUD is the strongest at the bottom, wait for the people, the vast majority of people who missed out on the mint to FOMO back in, ride that wave, don't get greedy, sell then before the floor stabilizes, sell when things are just selling instantly, just to secure your profits, maybe keep 1 or 2, depending on, if you like the project or not, and just get out and rinse and repeat. So I wanted to quickly touch on another project that I flipped not too long ago, and that was Rogue Society bots. So this is a little bit of a special case because depending on if a project does a pre-sale and how much the pre-sale is and how long the time it takes between the pre-sale and the public sale, this all affects the strategy. So for this specific drop, I believe the pre-sale happened about 24 hours before the public sale. So pre-sale went live and the floor, I believe, was sitting around 0.25 to like 0.2 ETH. And this is where it gets a little tricky. Do you buy the floor after the pre-sale or do you buy the floor after the public sale? In general, I would say the vast majority of people will be involved in the public sale. So that's when you want to buy the floor. I would not buy the floor at pre-sale prices on OpenSea because that seems to almost always be inflated in comparison to where the floor will drop to once the minters are done dumping their bags after they're done minting. For this one, the pre-sale happened and the floor was around 0.2-ish ETH. Did not buy. Public sale happened. Floor dropped to, I want to say, 0.1 or so ETH. Scooped up a few then. It bounced all the way back up to 0.25 or so ETH. Sold. And then reveal happened, and then the price dumped even farther. So that's another piece to this puzzle. Is do you wait for reveal? Do you buy pre-sale? Do you buy public sale? In general, I would say floor price almost always decreases, at least in the short term, after public sale. That's a great time to buy. And then get out quickly as it pumps as people FOMO back in. And I would also say that floor price decreases fairly quickly, at least in the short term after reveal, because people aren't sure what rarities they have. People see the floor decreasing or the hype around the project is dying a bit and they just want out so they can kind of move on to the next flip. So I wanted to show you guys the next project that I plan on using this strategy for. So 0x Vampire NFT. So to be quite frank, this art I really resonate with. I think it's really cool. I'll probably buy a few and hold on to one. But you can easily do your due diligence with this stuff. Okay, 20,000 followers. All right, cool. Okay, this is the pinned tweet, so it's obviously going to have more likes and retweets. Don't get baited by this. Sometimes certain NFT projects like to buy their followers and bot the pinned tweet. So a lot of people just scroll down to this and like, oh, okay, that's enough engagement. Moving on. Don't get baited by that. Keep going. So 112, that's pretty good. 88, 22, that was just a reply. That's good. Like decent amount of comments. This is a giveaway, which is good. Here's a big giveaway that's only 2 days ago and has a lot of engagement. That's good. And then you hop into this Discord and their Discord is absolutely popping. And that's before pre-sale or public sales even happening. So I already am convinced that this is an organic enough project in terms of engagement for me to want to flip. So I'm going to employ the same strategy here. I'm going to look into when the pre-sale is happening, when the public sale is happening, and determine my flip strategy from there. Most likely it'll be exactly what we talked about, where pre-sale will happen, I will not buy in, public sale will happen, minters will dump their bags trying to make a quick flip. I'll scoop up the floor where I think the lowest might be. You're never going to call the top and you're never going to call the bottom perfectly. Don't worry about that. Ride the FOMO wave back up because hype projects have way more demand than there is supply. Sell whenever I feel comfortable, maybe a 2, 3x, depending on how fast I see the floor increase. And then maybe keep one because I like the art and get out. And then I'll move on to the next. So a really cool website that you guys should check out, if you want to see some of the newer NFT projects coming out on Ethereum, is Rarity Tools, rarity.tools/upcoming. This is where you can find out pre-sale time, sale time, price, Discords, Twitters. This is a very useful website, and almost exclusively, besides just crypto Twitter in general, trying to find these projects. This is a great one. This, I think, is solely for ETH. There might be a Solana project or two on here, but it is for the most part just ETH. This is one that I would recommend checking out. Yakuza Cat Society looks cool. Omnimorphs for sure. I think this art is super, super, super cool. I'll most likely be holding one of these just because I like it so much. One Shogun is also cool. So there's a lot of options on here, right? So do your due diligence, check out the Discord, check out the Twitter, follow this strategy. Let me know how it works out for you guys. Leave a comment down below if you're noticing this trend too. It really seems like every project that I look at, whether I participate in a flip or not, it's pretty similar. Pre-sale floor price is inflated. After public sale, minters dump, FOMO kicks in, great time to buy. Floor becomes lava, increases, maybe for an hour or two, sometimes shorter, sometimes more. You sell, you take your 2x, you take your 3x, and you move on. Don't get greedy. All right, guys, well, let me know what you think about this strategy, if you employed it in the past, if you think this trend is accurate or not. Would love to hear from you guys, and I hope you guys make a ton of fucking money. Let's go.